Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's Dave Juno. How are y'all doing? I know it's been bad up here in the Northeast the last 2.5 days. Because a lot of us, the barometric pressure affects us. And I'm one of those people that it affects me. It really, really does. And I'll tell you, I haven't been that sick in a while. And I'm going to say like 2 or 3 years. Sure, I've had the vertigo attack that's lasted 4 to 6 hours, and vomited and whatever, but this was something I haven't dealt with in a long time, where literally my stomach was nauseous the whole time. I had vertigo up until about dinner time yesterday. Started Sunday night with the drop attack, and it just, Monday, I was in and out of bed. Same thing with yesterday. In and out of bed. Be up for a couple hours, and I'd go right back to bed. Be up for a couple hours, go right back to bed. Between taking Valium, Benadryl, and CBD tincture, which I use the tincture, which it's oil, but the tincture is, it has the THC in it. And THC calms my stomach down. It causes me to relax. I'll use that instead of the Valium sometimes, because Valium kind of will make me groggy all day, and as well as Benadryl, but the CBD doesn't. It relaxes me, so I'll take that sometimes. But, what 2 days of hell. And I've got Meniere's, and just like you guys do, and so I understand what you go through, especially if you lived in the Northeast, New England, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, the I-95 corridor. You had to have felt this in one way or another. You had to have felt it, whether your tinnitus was crazy, vertigo, ears being really full. I mean, I had the whole gamut. That was my problem. I had the whole gamut, and I haven't had that in a long time. Not where it was everything. And, was it awful. But the thing is, too, is like, I wasn't like down on myself or down about, I'm having this problem, I have this disease, what am I going to do? And the thing is that I've learned to accept it. It is what it is. Not that I shouldn't try to change, find a way to live better. Not that I shouldn't go out and enjoy the good days when they come and rest on the bad. It's just I've learned to accept that this is my life now. So if you learn to accept it, it's a lot easier to deal with. And my thing is that it took me a long time to learn to accept this. I didn't accept this overnight. Nobody tells you have a chronic illness and there's no cure, and you're gonna be like, oh, okay. I mean, it's just not gonna happen. A couple of weeks ago, I had an eye exam. Simple eye exam. I have to get one every year, but I'm diabetic. They got to make sure the optic nerve and the retina is fine. There's no diabetes back there. And my eye doctor noticed that my iris and my cornea were too close, so she didn't want to dilate my eyes, and she was afraid that I had glaucoma. So referred me to a specialist who surprisingly got me in right away. It's the next day. So the next day I went back. They dilated my eyes. Doctor looked at my eyes. He goes, nah, they're fine. I should be okay. You're nearsighted. If you were farsighted, then yeah, we'd do the iridotomy. But you don't have glaucoma. But we do have to watch it because you are diabetic. And then he dilated my eyes and checked, and everything was fine. So, my eyes are fine. My vision does change from time to time, but that's part I have a diabetes. And I still have trouble accepting the diabetes thing. Sometimes, but when you can accept that you got something, that you have to learn to live differently, it makes it easier. You're basically putting a positive spin on something that's negative. I've said this before in other videos that I have made. In some ways, Meniere's is a blessing for me. And, you're going to be like, are you crazy? Well, let's face it. Let's look at it this way. If I didn't get Meniere's and have to stop working and go on disability, I wouldn't be able to spend time with my, now 16-year-old son, who's probably sick and tired of seeing me every day because he can't go to school because of COVID. Not that he has COVID, but the restrictions and everything. We're hoping they go back next month. So, but I really got to know him because when he came home from school every day for the last almost 3 years, Dad's home. So I got to know a kid. We talk, we laugh, we tell jokes, we fight, father and son, that happens. But, I got to know him. I didn't get that with the other two kids. Sure, I took them to all the baseball games and soccer games and track events and coached too, coached baseball, I coached soccer. I did all these things with them, but I didn't get to know them like I know this one because Daddy wasn't home every day. I was working. And back then, when my two oldest were little, there were days I was working 12-hour days, 16-hour days. No exaggeration, 24-hour days. Because I was on call at night once a week, every month. So there were weeks I wasn't even home. I was coming in at 2 o'clock in the morning, sleeping for 4 hours, getting up, going to work all day, and then doing the same thing all over again, living on coffee and cigarettes. So, I didn't get the chance to get to know them. I knew them. They're good kids. But with Meniere's, I look at it like this. You know what? It's a blessing in a way. I got to know my kid. I got to know the youngest one. I got to know the feeling that my wife got every afternoon. Coming home, seeing the kids, how was school, what you do, blah, 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 blah. And then, I learned how to be a better cook. So there's another blessing. I would have never gotten to learn how to cook. Or I knew how to cook, but not like I do now. So there's another blessing. And then with COVID and Meniere's and being stuck at home a lot, right? Now I make videos, I edit videos on my computer, if you can see that. See, my computer, there's my desktop right there. So I rebuilt this, which I've built computers in the past, and I built this one. Added graphics card, more RAM, updated software, updated the monitor. I did all these things, which is, I would have never done this if I was working. I wouldn't be making videos like this. I record mass for my church every day. And then I learned how to edit because I had the time to do it and I wasn't rushing around. So in a lot of ways, Meniere's is a curse, but to me, in a lot of ways, it's a blessing as well. So, like I said, the last 2 days were real rough with the storm that came in. I understand, exactly the way everybody else feels. But you know what? Try to look at it differently. All right? Just try to look at things a little bit differently. And everything will be okay. You'll see. Yeah, you're going to have bad days. Those are the days you rest. Those are the days you don't get in the car and drive. Those are the days that you take it easy. On the good days, you enjoy yourself. You have some fun. Maybe treat yourself to a slice of pizza. Or, a cup of coffee. Or meet up with a friend on those good days. Or if you get a hobby like I do, photography, go take some pictures on the good days. So, my thing is, as soon as you learn to accept it, you'll be okay. And on that note, I'm going to cut this video because it's getting at 10 minutes. And my name is Dave Juno. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button so you'll get notified when I post a video. And this is the wonderful world of Dave. I'm also the co-founder of Meniere's and Vertigo Without Borders. And I will talk to you all later. Take care. Bye.